Hello, welcome to the Retro Shed. Now it is a really bright sunny day today, which gave me an idea. Here is a very yellowed, I don't know if it's showing up how yellow this Amiga is. It's very yellow. If I got something white, hang on. That's white, that's not, okay? So this Amiga is about to be pulled apart because I've got a brand spanking new white case for it in that box there, and I'm going to take all these keys off today and give them a Retrobright while the sun is shining. So I thought I'd do a quick video and show you how I'm going to do that. Now these keys, they're really badly yellowed. Let's take this Amiga out into daylight and you can see how bad it really is. There you go. That's how bad this Amiga is. It's really yellow. So I'm going to take these keys off and give them a bit of Retrobrighting. So have a look how that's done. Let's get that keyboard out. I've taken the screws out, so I'm going to take the keyboard out next. Okay, keyboard's been taken out. I'm going to remove all these keycaps now. Take the keycaps off and give them a good clean. They should be able to pull off quite easily, but I have got a key puller somewhere. Right, so there's the naked board. I've took all the keys off. Under the larger keys you will find these spring mechanisms and they help stabilize the larger keys, so be very careful taking these off. You don't want to break these. Under every single key you'll find a spring. Now be careful, you've got to use very careful pressure when taking these keycaps off because they are quite old, they're very brittle, and I found them to be stuck in these holes quite solid. But when you, if the keycap flies off when you're taking the keycap off, you will lose these springs, and you need to obviously keep all those springs nice and safe because you're going to need them when you come to put it back together again. So once you've got them all off, it's time to give them a wash. Okay, right, so the next stage after you've taken all your keys carefully off your Amiga and not broken them is to throw them into some hot soapy water. Not boiling, my assistant is going to do that now. Thank you, Josh. You don't want boiling water because I've seen everything, all the keys, yeah. And that. Yeah, the lot. So what I've seen is people use boiling water and the keys do not come out the same shape again. So you don't want too hot water because it actually melts them. So time to give them a good scrub. What I have done, I've cleaned them, I've dried all the keys, very carefully dried them and rinsed them to make sure there's no soap on them. I've thrown them in this dish, this is a ceramic dish, with a little bit of warm water, and I've added some cream peroxide, it's 12% peroxide, and a teaspoon of this oxy powder stuff. Mixed it all together to make quite a thick paste, and the keys are now cooking in there quite nicely with some cling film over the top. Now the sun is not particularly bright today because it's a winter's day, so I'm going to see how we go. If this doesn't work, I have got a UV lamp somewhere which I might suspend over this inside a box and make them cook a bit more, so we'll come back later and see how we get on. Okay, what to do next? Right, so while the keys are cooking in the sunshine, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to strip this Amiga down and transfer its guts over to a new case that I've bought. This is the new case I bought, and I'm going to transfer the guts of the old one across to this. I'm hoping that when the keys are finished doing, they shall be as white as this case is. We'll soon find out. Right, first thing I'm going to do, I think, is remove the floppy drive. Let's get that out. And that'll mean taking out the power connector and the floppy drive ribbon cable. We'll take those out first. So I need to take out the RAM and accelerator card as well. That's step number 2. Okay, so what I've done now, I've released the main board from the old case. That should just come straight out. And what I'll do now, I'll drop all these guts into the new case and see what that looks like. Right, here's our nice shiny white new Amiga case. I've not seen an Amiga this white since 1993 when the 1200 came out. What I love about this case, actually, if you look inside, it's got the signatures of the people involved in the Amiga project, which is really cool. Looks really nice and white and clean. Again, there's the accelerator card in place, and I've dropped my 8GB CF hard drive in there. And just to show you how white this Amiga is, here's the old one, and you can see the colour difference straight away. That's nasty. Just look at that. So that's what colour the Amiga is supposed to be. So all I've got to wait now is for the coming of Goza or those keys to go white, and I should be able to put it all back together again. And if you're wondering what that noise is, it's Rainbow Six Vegas. Right, these keys have been Retrobrighted twice. Today is a particularly sunny day, so they've had their second dose of sunshine today. They're not brilliant, but they're a hell of a lot better than they were. They were really, really yucky yellow, these were. Really, really nasty. They're not completely even all over, and I think another go in the sunshine would probably fix them up, but I haven't got time, and we don't get a lot of sunshine at the moment, and it is February in the UK. Right, I'm going to stick the keyboard back together and see what it looks like, but I'm done with retrobrighting these keys, I think. Right, next job, I'm slowly fitting the keys back on again, and you know what, they don't look too bad, do they? I think they look okay. Some of them have got a bit of funny patterning on. I saw one that looked a bit weird, if I can find it. So the sun has got to some parts and not others, like the F2 has got a bit of shading on it there, like that. These ones are a bit of a pain to put back on with the metal support bars underneath, but we're getting there. It doesn't look too bad. Let's see what it looks like when all the keys are back on again. Right, keyboard all put back together nicely. It's time to put the Amiga back together. Now what I've noticed, I think I might have bleached them a little bit too much, because the keys that are supposed to be dark are no longer that dark. I don't mind actually. There's one that's yet to be done, and you can see that the dark keys are dark, and on my one the dark keys are no longer that dark. So yeah, okay. No worries, I quite like the look of that. I'm going to put it all back together again now. Okay, so for comparison, there's our old Amiga, and you can see how yellowed it is. And there's the new transplanted one. I've got to say I am very pleased with that. It does look fabulous. Everything's white, as it should be. The keys are pretty much white, although the function keys are a bit lighter than they should be. The new case is a perfect fit. It's a very, very nice mould. I'm very impressed with that. As you can see, it fits really nice. The Amiga is as white as it was, well, as white as I remember buying it in 1993, was it? Was it 93? Was it later? Can't remember. But it looks as white and as pristine as when I bought it, so there's only one thing left to do. So there you have it. That's took me a good few weeks actually. That's probably because we didn't get a lot of sunshine. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with the results. It does look very, very nice indeed. But for now, I'm going to go and have a play with this one. It's Flimbo's Quest. It's quite a good platformer. I've not played that for many, many years. So thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you again very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.